This is Al-Fatiha. Even the Quran says that Isa, he knew the unseen. Muhammad, he did not know the unseen. Why Jesus, he can do it, Muhammad, he cannot? Look what Muhammad, he said when they asked him, how come you do not know the same as like Jesus, as an example? He said, don't ask me question about things I know nothing. Allah says to Muhammad, Qul, which means say, I don't tell you that with me are the treasure of Allah, nor I know the unseen, nor I tell you that I am an angel, but I follow what is revealed to me by inspiration. Now here the word inspiration is very funny, because all of us, we knew that everything Muhammad, he learned, it was a delivery by words, not by inspiration from an angel. His name is Jibreel. You see, if somebody speak to me, that is not an inspiration. Inspiration, something, and somebody speaking to me, giving me word by word, is something else. If somebody brought me a message from a king and he recite the message, that is not inspiration. So even the choice of words in the Quran is stupid, proving to us that the one who is speaking, he have a low IQ. But what is important about this verse, chapter 6, verse number 50, that Muhammad, he admitted that he knew nothing about Allah, treasure. What is Allah treasure? It's the knowledge. Because he's talking about I know not, I cannot tell you about it. I know not the unseen. I am not an angel. Why? What do you expect from me? But then if we go and we read a little bit in the Quran, we will find in different places where Jesus, he can tell you the treasure of Allah, can tell you the unseen, he can tell you even what you are thinking and what you had in your houses. If we read as an example, chapter 3, verse number 49. Isa, he says to them, I heal the one who is blind, I heal the leper, I bring the dead to life. Not only he tell you, he healed the dead to life, he bring him back to life. And the Muslim here says, it says by the leave of Allah. No problem. Why Muhammad don't have that leave? He don't have it, obviously. And prove to me that this is by the leave of Allah. But what it's confirmed that Jesus, he can do all those things. And I inform you what you eat and what you store in your houses. Surely this is a sign for you if you believe. Okay, so it's confirmed that Jesus, he knew the unseen. It confirmed, this is chapter 3, verse number 49. It's confirmed in Quran chapter 6, verse number 50, Muhammad, he did not know the unseen. Why? Any Muslim have an idea? Especially if we take into consideration that the Muslim claim that Muhammad is the greatest prophet between all the prophets. How come the greatest prophets, the last thing he do, he piss? He cannot heal anyone. He do not know anything about the unseen. He cannot tell you the treasure of Allah. He cannot tell you what people are thinking. He cannot tell you what people hide in their houses. He cannot tell you what people eat. Yet Jesus, the Messiah, the Christ, he can tell you Not only he do it, he even in the Quran says he designed to you out of a clay as if it were the figure of a bird, and I breathe into it. Who is the one breathing? The Messiah. From the breath of the Messiah, life is given. The Messiah, he made the blind see, the one who was born blind. He healed the leper, and he bring the dead to life. As I thought only God can bring dead to life. And then I inform you of what you eat. Now, in the present, you can hide yourself. Eat, I will tell you what you are eating. Now, I can tell you what you store in your houses. You are in your houses. I am here. I can tell you what you have in your closet. And that is surely a sign for you. What kind of sign the sign is? How Muhammad, he don't have such a sign. None of them. The Muslim, the only sign they have about their prophet, that he used to have sex with all his wives in one night with one wash. The Muslim, in one of the videos, his name is Fifi, he did not agree with me, so he wanted to correct me. He says, no, CP, it doesn't say every day, CP. It's in a day. In a day? Oh, the prophet, he do boom boom to 13 wives in a day. Not every day. Supposedly this is the correct answer. So, while Muhammad, he was a hero, according to Muslims, that he can have sex with 13 women, Jesus, he can heal the leopard, he can make the blind see, he tell you what you had in your houses. This is not only miracles, that's God. Because nobody knows the unseen save God. Remember, Jesus is challenging the crowd, not challenging a person. This is not a word for a person. He's talking to the children of Israel, all of them, saying to them, I can do all of this. And I did. Imagine you have a country. You have a country, have hundreds of thousands of citizens, and you can tell them what each one of them hide in his houses. So why Jesus he have that, Muhammad he don't? Why Jesus he knew the moment when he will die? Why Jesus knew he will betray him? Why Jesus he knew the hour? Why Jesus knew what they will say? Why Jesus knew everything? And Muhammad do not know when he will die. All what he was busy about is to piss before he died. So the only feeling Muhammad he had before his death is his testicles telling him, I need to pee. That is the only thing Allah he helped him. So how this can be a prophet of God? And why he don't have any of what other prophet of God they have? You see, if we assume that Jesus is just a prophet, as Muslims they say, okay, no problem. Let us say, for the sake of argument, say, okay, Jesus is a prophet according to Islam, no problem. So why Jesus was given all those ability, which is ability of God? You see, bringing people to death from death, this is not for a prophet to do. Giving life to the mud, that is not for a prophet to do. And the funny, by the way, the Muslim they say to us that when you are a person believe that Jesus is God, you are committing great sin. Here you see the stupidity of the cult of Islam, because don't Allah knew that if Jesus cannot do any of those things, we will not worship him as God? As an example, let us say, for the sake of argument, a guy, he came, he said, I'm Jesus, and worship me as God. We will not believe him. For a very simple reason. You have to do what God do. If you read with me, the Quran confirmed that Jesus, he do as God do. He create from the mud a figure, and he breathe into it, he bring it to life. The Muslim they say with Allah leaves, that will make it even more funny, because the question will be, why only him? Okay, Allah gave him the leave. Okay, Allah, he gave him ability to create like him. So now we have Allah and Jesus, both are creators. The Quran says that. Jesus is given, I'm going with the Quran. You see, I don't believe that Allah, he gave Jesus any ability for anything. That's a lie. But I'm going with the logic of the Muhammadan. If Allah, he gave Jesus the ability to create, that means we have two creators. And that is a disaster. Based on the Quran, right now as we speak, there is birds flying in the sky created by Jesus. This is what the Quran is saying. The Quran is saying that Jesus, he created and he gave life. We don't know what he gave life for. Here they are talking about a bird. Maybe he created a human too. Actually, there's a hadith about Jesus. He brought to life Noah. Let me see if I can find you the hadith. This is Al-Fatiha.